Now we're going to talk about the concept of master pages, pages that can help you in a long document, help you control the look of your entire document. What you need to access is your pages window. If it's not showing, it'll be under window and ask for pages, which mine is. It's in this group here with layers and links. So I'm going to click on pages. And you can see, since I made a 32-page document, there are all the pages in thumbnail form. And it starts with the right-hand page and then 2-page spreads left and right. There's page 2, page 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, and so forth. Okay. All right. Now, this is the actual magazine in this area right here. But you'll notice here in the window there's something called A-Master. And you'll see these 2 pages here. These are not part of the magazine, but they define the magazine. In other words, I can put guidelines on here, I can put text on here, and whatever I put on these 2 pages is going to carry through to all my other pages. So you can save yourself a lot of work in a document that covers a lot of pages by putting a lot of things on the master pages. So that's what we're going to do first. I'm going to double click on these two pages here, and I don't need Pathfinder right now. I'm going to drag this out. Okay, so these are my master pages, and what I want to do is I want to put what I would have on a typical page, because I will have the opportunity in here to take stuff off and add things and make each page unique. So the best thing to do is to be very generic here on the master pages and put what I would consider to be the typical things. So I'm going to say that typically I would have a 3-column page. I won't have it on every page, but that will be my very typical approach. So I'm going to make a text box that covers these 2. I'll do type, fill with placeholder text. Okay. I'll copy this, Command C, paste it, Command V. I'll put it right here. Paste again, Command V, put this here. Okay, and then I want to do that more, so I'll just hold down the Shift key, select these 3, copy, Command C, paste, Command V, and I've got 3 more. I'll just move these over to the right hand side, and there we go. And you'll notice if you look in the Pages window that look at all those columns. There's text on every single page now. And of course, I'm not going to want it everywhere, but I will have the freedom later to take stuff off. Okay, so I've got these on here. Another thing that I'm going to want are headlines. So I'm going to, in fact, in a magazine, I might have my department heading and then also have headlines on the page. So I'm going to bring down a guideline for where I want my department headings to be. And I'm just going to say today, maybe 3/4 of an inch down. So there's a guideline for that. And I want that on both sides, left and right. And again, that's carrying through to every page now. I may want my department heading to start about maybe further, like 3/4 of the way in. Maybe I want my department heading to start there. So I'll need to do that on the other side. And these are individual design decisions. You do it the way that you want it to look, but this is where you set those standards here on the master pages. Okay, and then I might put a typical department heading box right here, and I might just drag it out to the right side there. And then I'll type in department heading. Okay, and I'll highlight that. I want that to be bigger. Okay, and might just bump this down with the arrow keys to where it sits on the blue line. Okay, then I will want the same thing over here, and over here I'll probably, I've got a choice. I could either flush right or align it left. I'm going to see which looks better. So I'm going to copy this, Command C, paste, Command V. And if I align it left, it looks like that. I can actually, in the character window, well, no, I'm sorry, I would need the paragraph window to align it to the right. So let me ask for the paragraph window, and here I have my alignment. It tells me it's align left. I can align it center or align right. Okay, let me move that off. Okay, so I might decide that I want it like that, so it's sort of a mirror image of the other page there. Okay, so I'm going to go with that for now. Alright, now if this is my department heading, then in my departments I might have little mini news stories, and they'll need headlines. So I have to ask myself, where do I want those headlines to begin? Okay, well, I might want my headline to sit about there. Okay, and then I might want the text to start below that headline another 1/8 of an inch. So that means I've got to move that down, and I'm going to have a headline sit right there. And this will be a much smaller headline. It won't be as big as the department heading. So I'll type in headline. Okay, might make it, and I can style it. I can make it bold, condensed, italic, and a certain size. Like maybe that's how big I want my headlines to be. Maybe sometimes they would go across more than one column, 2 or 3. Headline for today, for today's news. Okay. All right. Of course, then that means I need to bring this text column down. So I click on it, drag this middle square down, and there we go. So I have a standard place to put those headlines. Okay, and I might copy this, Command C, paste it, Command V, bring it over here, line it up, and then bring these down. Oop, I forgot I need a guideline over here. I'm going to need that. And I'll bring that down. And then here I will bring that down, like so. Okay, so again, very generic, but it's sort of a starting point so that I don't have to reinvent the wheel on every page. If I knew that typically I was going to have some kind of a graphic, like a vertical line or something, let's just say that I was going to have on my department pages a vertical line that aligned with the top and bottom of the text and was out like for 1/8 of an inch, I could make that line here on the master pages. There we go. Give it a color because currently it's white. I'll give it, make it black, might make it thicker. Actually, I'll make it another color. I'll make it kind of a royal blue there. Okay. All right, so that graphic is now, actually it's too long. I'll drag that down, which I can do with the arrow. There we go. Okay. All right. So, and again, I want to duplicate that over on the other side. So I'll get a vertical guideline from this ruler, drag out, and I want to go about 1/8 of an inch past over here. And I can copy this line, Command C, paste, Command V, and move it over here. Oh, come on. All right, like so. And I do think I need that guideline there. Okay, so I've got, I can place graphics, headlines, text, those things, all on the master pages. I'm going to save this now for a second. Save as sample mag. There we go. Okay. All right. And then one more thing that I want to make sure to get on the master pages. It's called the folio information, and for a magazine that means the name of the magazine, the date of the magazine, and the page number. And you as a designer, you get to decide where that goes, and it's going to be up to you. I'm going to just say I want mine to be, I'm going to use guideline here, I want my folio information to sit about 1/4 of an inch from the bottom. So I'll put a guideline on each side. Okay. And then I might, again, these are design decisions. You get to decide how this looks. I think I'll want my written information to be here, and I think I'm going to have my page number be right there in that corner. So I'm going to make a box equals that. Okay, and then I'll type in here, and of course the name of my magazine will be Lawn Gnome Monthly. Okay. Now, and I can style it. I don't have to just have it be generic. I can make it bold, condensed, italic, or something. That's probably, and I can change the size if I feel like I need to. I'm going to go with that for now. I could change the color if I want. All right, and I'm going to nudge it down with the arrow key till it sits on that blue line. All right, and then I could put the date on here. In other words, what month it appears. We'll just say it's October. So let's just say I want the October to be flush right. This is flush left. You can see the alignment there is left. Well, if I want the part of the same box to be aligned right, I have to hit the tab key first, maybe a couple of times even. And then I'll put October 2015. Okay, then I can highlight this text and go up here to the alignment and say align right, and it'll go to the right side. So there's that. I can duplicate this, Command C, Command V, and put this over here on the other side like that. All right, my page number. I'll get the text tool and just make a little box. And that little X really should tell me where the baseline is. I missed a little bit. And you might think, okay, I'll put a standard page number in here. Well, the page numbers, the nice thing about Masterpages is you can get the document to number your pages automatically. You don't have to go through every page of your document and hand correct them. You can put it in automatically, and here's how you do it. Once you've made the box for your page number and you have the cursor flashing, you go to Type, Insert Special Character, Markers, Current Page Number, and then you get the letter A. And it's not going to be the letter A. Just what that means is if I go to page 6, I'm going to double click here. Look, it says 6. If I go to page 8, it says page 8. So it automatically puts in the page number. Now I don't like where that is, so I'm going to nudge it down to sit on the blue line. I could style it if I wanted it to be bold italic. I could color it if I wanted to, like so. And then obviously I'm going to want a page number on the other side. So I will select this, I'll copy, Command C, paste, Command V, and drag it over here to the other side. There we go. And now see, if I go to page 4 and 5, that says 4. Over here it says 5. Okay, so that's all done for us automatically. All right, so all I've done is put stuff on the master pages, and yet when I go inside the magazine, everything is there. Now, one thing you'll notice though, let's say you're on page 4 and 5 and you're ready to change things, you can't select anything. You can't touch it. It won't let you select it. That's because it's locked. Things on master pages are locked, so you will have to release them to change them. So let's say on this page I want a big old photo. Well, in order to release what I have to use the keys Shift and Command and then click with my mouse. Okay, so Shift, Command, click, and then now notice that's been released. I have to do it to every single thing I want to change. Shift, Command, click, and I can just keep my fingers down on Shift and Command and click, click, click. See, now I could go in here, man bites dog. Okay, And since that's a shorter headline on this page, I can bring that up if I need to. And then I can put a photo down here, so I can scroll this up and then place a photo for this there we go here. Okay, doesn't really make any sense, but okay, that's the window shade. I just did the black arrow, so I need to get the transform tool. Hold down the shift key and shrink this. Drag it up here. And it's aligning to the grid. Here and here, but I'm going to have it bleed there. Okay, so I don't want it bleeding over to the right hand page, so I'll just don't want it. See, that distorted it because I'm using the transform tool. So let me undo that. Get the black arrow because I've got it the size that I want now. Now I just want to use the window shade and cover up part of it. So I get the black arrow and scroll it in like that. And then this, I can scroll up to the red line, the bleed line. I know that it'll trim fine right there. And if I need to, you know, I'm looking at this, it needs to be set off a little bit. I might, if I want to, I can put a stroke around it and give the stroke a color. Maybe make it a thicker stroke like that. Okay. And you may say, well, I wonder what this page. I don't want to see. I want to see what it looks like without all this stuff. Well, you can go to View, Screen Mode, and Normal means you get to see all the guidelines and everything. If you do Preview, you get to see what it's going to look like printed without all the guidelines, and that's good to switch back and forth from, so that you can you know, check and see how it's looking. All right, that's part one. We'll do more in our next video.